So, you just started the keto diet and you're walking through the grocery store aisles and you come across the oatmeal, the grits. Apparently what it's called is the hot cereal. You learn something new every day. So you heard before the basics, you can't have fruit, you can't have bread, and you have to keep your carbs under 20 grams. Net carbs to be exact. So you ask yourself, can I have oatmeal? Or even is there a keto alternative to oatmeal? Let's tackle the first question first. Actually no, oatmeal is a grain. So therefore what tends to happen with oatmeal is you look at things like Quaker State and you're sitting here dealing with one packet being simply 29 grams net carbs because it has sugar into it and it has other things to make it instant oatmeal, meaning it cooks really fast. So then it's chemically altered. Back when I used to be more so into bodybuilding type things, I used to have grains and wheat bread and things like that as far as to keep my carbs high. When it came to having oatmeal, I didn't get the instant oatmeal, I didn't get the Quaker State. Well, I did get Quaker State brand, but what you want, the only ingredient you should see on the back of your oatmeal is rolled oats. This is ideal, but even that, just for a serving of a half a cup of oatmeal, you're looking at 23 grams net carbs. Now that's still above the 20 grams that you're allowed on keto. So could you cut it in half? Actually you could, especially if you're somebody who works out. People that tend to work out, they actually are able to have more carbohydrates than others. But this is the little eerie side of the things because oat is a grain. So when it comes to grain and keto, what you're looking at is you have fast digesting carbohydrates and you have slow digesting carbohydrates. The fast digesting carbohydrates are going to be your things like your sugar, pretty much anything sugar, high fructose corn syrup, maltitol, things like that, things that the body can quickly absorb and get it out of your system. Some of your slower things are going to be your grains, such as your rice, potatoes, things like that. What tends to happen is the fiber in these things slows the process down, but you have better alternatives by getting cruciferous vegetables into your diet. With me saying that, with it being a grain, there's some form of starch, so it's still going to affect your blood glucose level because it's a higher carbohydrate. It just won't spike it as fast. But currently there happens to be another choice within keto. Now, if you remember back when I went to KetoCon, you may remember me raving about High Key Snacks. They had the wonderful keto cookies that I just love. Like, well, not just me, but everybody at KetoCon loved. But cookies isn't all they do. They actually have a line of hot cereal, or aka oatmeal. I didn't know hot cereal was another name. I guess it's because, things like porridge and things like that, I suppose. But this is exactly what it's supposed to replicate. They're actually very keto friendly and they have super great ingredients just like their cookies do. Before I just jump and tell you where to get them, if you're following me, Darius, here at Sugarless Crystals, you actually get a discount of 10% off. I'll put a link and a discount code, which is Sugarless Crystals, below for you guys. A lot of people have already tried the cookies and they love them. Trust me, I wouldn't turn you on to anything nasty. Since this is oatmeal, I actually want to break down the ingredients, taste them, and I want to do blood glucose testing to see if it'll spike my sugar levels. With that being said, let's dive into it. I'm going to show you my blood glucose levels first before I eat it, and then I'll show you after at the end of the video, which I'll wait about 30 minutes to an hour before I show you guys. So all these have pretty much the same ingredients. The only thing different are the few things that make them different at the end of the actual product, such as the strawberries and cream has freeze-dried strawberries in it. And of course the cocoa almond, that one has cocoa in it. So those are the slight differences, but the things that remain the same amongst all of them are hemp seeds, coconut, sunflower seeds, pecans, milk protein isolate, the sweetener blend, and that sweetener blend is actually High Key's very own. It's monk fruit, stevia, and erythritol. I actually started using that one with allulose. I mean, it's just a tad bit sweeter than erythritol itself, of course. Flaxseed, so there's a combination of flaxseed and flaxseed meal amongst the four. Chia seeds, hydrolyzed collagen, and salt. Those ingredients are in every last one of them. The only thing off-putting about it, I will say, is at the end it does say it contains milk, soy, and tree nuts. And the fact that it contains soy, that's the only thing that I see, to be honest, that would turn me off and would make me not want to purchase it again or eat it. Now the four flavors are strawberries and cream, cocoa almond, cinnamon spice, and a new flavor, maple and brown sugar. Now that one's the one I'm most excited about because growing up as a kid, the brown sugar was always the oatmeal I would go for. Like, I mean, it was super sweet, it was delicious. So the strawberries and cream first. Now they do a serving of a third of a cup with a fourth of a cup of water, hot water at that. Now, what I've noticed is the fourth of a cup, as you see in the video, like it works just fine. But I tend to like my oatmeal or hot cereal rather on the thicker side. So that's what I went with. That's 4 tablespoons in a fourth of a cup. So I guess I do about 3 tablespoons. 160 calories per serving, 2 gram net carb, 12 gram fat, and 9 gram protein. You get excellent strawberry flavor, and the mouthfeel, which was one of the most important things. It actually resembles, you don't get like the actual oats, but you get a thickness, and that comes from like the chia seeds and the flax seeds being wet themselves. But now it's not overly sweet. For somebody new to keto, it's not gonna be sweet whatsoever. But you know, somebody like myself, like, you know, I can taste the sweetener in it, but it's not heavy at all. The strawberries come through very well, and the cream aspect, it just tastes like strawberries, I guess you can say. The cream, not really. The cinnamon spice is 170 calories, 1 gram net carbs, 14 grams of fat, and 9 grams of protein. So for somebody that really likes cinnamon, this is really good. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate cinnamon, but just cinnamon by itself, to me, it seems a bit overpowering. But for someone that loves cinnamon, the cinnamon flavor is strong in here. Like, it definitely, you know, it's cinnamon. I was really excited about the cocoa almond. This one is 170 calories, 2 grams net carbs, 13 grams of fat, and 8 grams of protein. I don't know what an almond comes at. I definitely get cocoa. I don't get much almond out of it. Well, hold on. I got a little almond right there. I got a little almond. For me to be the most excited about this one, this by far has been one of my least favorites. It doesn't seem to translate well over into the cereal, the chocolate itself. But the maple and brown sugar, like as soon as you pour the water in it or as soon as you open it, you can just get a scent of the maple in it. It's 170 calories per serving, 3 grams net carbs. So this one is, I think this is by far the highest one. 14 grams of fat and 9 grams of protein. Now, because brown sugar oatmeal was like my favorite thing, I'm gonna be a harder critic on this one. Some positive things is the pecans really stood out here, and it gave you that brown sugar essence. I think it's good. I actually think it's good. If I had to choose between this one and the strawberry, I would have a hard time. I guess I remember the oatmeal being sweeter, so when I taste it, it's kind of like, what happened to it? I like it. It's kind of one of those things that's not what I expected, but I can come to learn to love it. Yeah, that concludes me testing all of them out. So it's been 30 minutes and my results, as you see, are 91. My blood sugar levels move 14 points 30 minutes after eating a serving of these hot cereals. That's not bad at all. So for those that don't know, normally, typically when you eat, it does move some. But the problem with sugar is it jumps really high. It will go from, it can go from 70 to 140, you know what I'm saying, just by eating something, a sugary dessert. But typically on a regular meal, it may move slightly. And 14 points is very slightly to me. So these are definitely keto friendly. I see no issue whatsoever with these causing a spike in blood glucose. That'll be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're interested in any of these, I will put a link below, and make sure you use Sugarless crystals for 10% off. If you're not interested in these, that's fine, but the cookies though,